With social media, we're warming up with audience.
You always have to be ready to shift.
We can create a full service marketing for you.
We're offering investors 40% return on their money.
We can actually improve into your funnel.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Us here at Moreland Equity Capital, we understand the importance of the know, like, and trust factor. And one of the ways that we do that is through social media. I am going to give an example. There was a lady that I was watching on social media for a whole year, and I never met her. And when I met her, I hugged her, like wanted to give her a kiss, because I felt like I knew her only from social media. I felt like I knew her family and I knew her kids. And when I met her in person, it was almost like I've been knowing her in person for that long of time. So I understand the power of social media in marketing and getting people to know, like, and trust you and your company. So why don't you shed some light on marketing techniques for companies like ours and other companies so that we can help people know, like, and trust us without necessarily being in the same room?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for this question. I believe that's specifically like my role here. We do marketing, and I did it for like the last 10 years. I started 10 years ago in marketing niche, and I've started with creating some kind of advertising, and now we do like marketing for companies, like for real estate companies as well. I think this is a great thing you mentioned. You were able to meet with person in real life, and it was the impression, the feeling she is your friend, and this is great when social media works well. I believe rule number one should be with consistency. You mentioned that you're following up the woman for the last year, which is great because you have to post content like really consistently, and in the best case it should be like every day, it should be daily. You should broadcast your message to your audience, which will create the feeling like of a best friends, like between you and your target audience. And for sure, the second rule, you have to give some value to your audience, because if it will be not value, it doesn't make sense for the audience to watch you and follow you actually on social media. Definitely you have to share some value things, and I believe exactly this show really, it's more about value, like about 401k, about self-related IRA. I learned a lot from these episodes, and this is the example of value and how social media should look like.
I don't have the time to do that. I need somebody to help. Does your agency do that? Because I have my hands full with so many different things on the syndication side, on the stuff that we do here in our local market, that I really don't have the time to do that. So does your company actually help with social media and marketing so that I can have that presence out there and so in the market?
Yeah, absolutely. So what the exact process actually looks like, we are actually going deeper to your company. We trying to understand all of the process into your company, and also we do with competitors audit, actually analysis at the very beginning of our cooperation, to make sure we will find and highlight some maybe losses you have right now and some positive things you have right now, and we will compare you with your competitors, and we'll try to find the things we can actually improve into your funnel, into your social media. And of course, our agency creates some content for like actually LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and others. We do it consistently, and we will create like a specific team specifically for your project. It will work like a manufacturer. It will deliver you content and everything else consistently. And this is one of the main rules in 2024, because you have a lot of competitors in 2024 in your niche, and actually in every kind of niche. You have to highlight yourself, your company, your values, and with social media is a great tool to make it. And specifically the last trend for the last 2 years, actually, it's shorts, reels, like short form type of content. And this is a great tool for really fast organic growth for the company who just started create social media. And for sure, we can create a full service marketing for you. We can package your business, we'll attract more leads on your pipeline, more investors to your company. It will be full cycle, because it doesn't make sense to create just social media, because social media, this is the middle step between like when you will get the lead and when you close the client, like, or investor in your case, before you will receive money. And social media is trust factor for potential lead to trust you, give you their money to you. This is one of the reasons you should make social media.
Absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, when we do have the opportunity to meet people in person, they feel like they know us, and it may just be a very short conversation that we have in person with somebody that's been watching us for a year on social media. And that right there is enough then for them to make a decision. Melvin and Jackie or Moreland Equity Capital, it's really, they don't know us by Moreland Equity Capital. They know us by Jackie and Melvin Landry, right? These folks are really good people. and then they invest with us. So I think social media and content with a little bit of in-person time, a little bit of one-on-one conversation really goes a long way in building the trust. And I think just that whole spectrum of things need to be in place in order for you to be a successful syndicator and investor.
Absolutely. With social media, we'll warming up with audience you met on the conferences or in real life, and they will follow up for 1 year or more, like you mentioned in your case. Our goal to make people follow you for 1 year, actually for years.
We need more than a year, Andre, because we're always changing, which also is another thing that a marketing agency needs to really do with you, right? They need to be able to adapt to what's going on. Maybe today my focus is what we're doing in our local market. Tomorrow it may be building a 100-unit apartment building. The next year it may be, doing something bigger and better or investing in something that's in a different country. So it's really important for whatever marketing agency that you select that they can adapt with you over time, because you don't want to become stagnant on what you do, because as an investor, you always have to be ready to shift, and you always need to be looking at how to de-risk your investment portfolio.
Yeah, thank you so much for actually this conversation. And I learned a lot of things about real estate investments, a bit more about your background. And I was shocked, like your son, just 9 years old, knows all of that stuff. And it's really great. Would love to ask you last question. Maybe you have some kind of special offer for our audience who just learned a lot of stuff like me for with like 15 minutes or 1 hour podcast. Maybe you have something special for us.
Sure. So the first special offer that we have is our promotional offer where we're offering investors 40% return on their money. So it's here investing in our local market in the Pittsburgh area. And it's really straightforward. As we say, it's a 40% return on your investment over a 12 to 24 months. So no matter when we repay you back your money, you're getting 40% on your money. So that is the first promotional offer that we have. And that's running through December 2024.
Amazing. So I believe we promo code or like some kind of QR code link will be on the screen right now.
Yes, to my Calendly link, right? To just learn more about what we do and how we actually can pay you back a 40% return and why this isn't a risky move on your end. This is actually probably one of the least amount of risks that you can take, because we're actually personally guaranteeing the 40% return, which is something that is almost unheard of in any other investment. So the second offer that we have is book a call with us to talk about where you are in the investing world. Maybe you're brand new. Maybe you're somebody that's invested in some fix and flips over the year, but you want to take it to the next level. Book a call with either myself or my husband, Melvin Landry, and receive this book. So this book is called Real Women in Real Estate, Volume 2. And basically this is a culmination of 30 plus authors that talk about their real estate journey. And I have a chapter in there, which is why I have it. It's called the No BS version of real estate. That means the no bullshit version of real estate. And it's where I really talk about what the myths were of me jumping into the multifamily investment space. And I had this preconceived perception as to what real estate investing would look like. And there's a lot of myths out there. So I have about 10 pages in this book where I'm just talking about things that I learned in my earlier months of multifamily investing so that other investors are not surprised like I was.
Okay, that's great.
All right. And I think, let's see, Andre, I mean, the other one can be, where we offer like a $20 gift card to Starbucks, but I do that when people go on my podcast. It's not relevant to the real estate world. So I think just saying these two things are probably fine. Hey guys, if you're interested in talking more about real estate, I'd love to meet up with you in the Pittsburgh area, sit down and have some coffee, obviously on me, but just to kind of meet in person, talk about your, where you are in your real estate journey and try to help you out where I can. And look, hey, I'm not telling you I know all the answers. Any investor that says that they do know all the answers, run, because you never know all the answers. The important part is surrounding yourself with a lot of people where you can find the answers and you can adapt quickly. So, hey, if you're interested in this, click on the below link and let's set up a quick call to talk or figure out a time to meet at a local Starbucks and share some coffee.
Amazing, amazing. If I will be in Pittsburgh, I will definitely take a coffee with you. Like, will I get a cappuccino?
Cappuccino, sure.
Thank you so much for this conversation, Jacqueline. It was like amazing. I learned a lot of things, and I really appreciate your time. And thanks so much for actually inviting me to your show as a host or as a guest. So the audience will decide. Yeah, anyway, it was really helpful for me, and I will start thinking really detailed about and really serious about real estate investments from this conversation. I will recommend like my family and my friends to learn more about you, and just book a call. I trust you, Jacqueline. I believe it would be a great deal for me, my friends, my family. I hope so. We will start investing together. It was a great conversation, and I learned a lot of things. I think it was really helpful and valuable for our audience because it was a lot of values inside with episode.
Thank you, Andre, for having me, and thanks for the trust and the support. That really means the world to both my husband and I, and our CMO, our son, Chief Marketing Officer. So really appreciate the time, appreciate you being on our podcast and being the interview or on here. And until next time.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
We had the IRS lost a 20-year court case. I never met a real estate deal I didn't want to do. Those tax dollars stay in your pocket being used for you. If you're making 10% of your money, it's going to double every 7 years.
Jacqueline and Melvin, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of Get Diversified. Please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes. Finally, stop by our website and follow us on social media. Ciao for now. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember, get diversified.